And here
Helps
we
me
go.
a lot. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. So loud.
Apparently, you couldn't even do it in secret.
You used to be able to do that, actually.
I think, yeah, they might have had an issue with that. Probably people probably
Yeah.
jumped up in arms about that.
Do I just flick continue?
Yep.
Okay. All right. It's not there anymore. Okay.
Right, so the car pulls up to this large, decrepit mansion. It's a very old-looking mansion, like a old estate. You guys have all seen Downton Abbey, or you have some idea what that sort of shit is about.
Yeah.
Something to that effect, except it's absolutely decrepit. It's falling to pieces. The windows are all smashed. It's that decrepit from the outside. It doesn't look like there's any electricity. It doesn't look like anybody has been here for years. There is a broken down, rusted old car on one side of the building. It looks like a vintage car. The grass is all overgrown everywhere. You kind of get the picture. And yeah, there's nowhere else to go. Who's driving, Smith, by the way? Who's the driver? That's Papa Joe.
Yeah.
All right, so there's this big black dude in the front with dreadlocks driving this car, by the way.
He doesn't
Stops
have
the
a
car.
chauffeur's uniform.
He doesn't?
No, he beat the shit out of me if I tried to put one of those on.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Right.
Papa Joe. Oh, by the way, this is Papa Joe.
Hello, Mr. Papa Joe.
Is Papa your first name?
Because you can call me P. Joe if you want.
Okay, I'll call you P. Joe.
Okay.
right.
It's a pleasure to meet you, P. Joe.
He looks you up and down, shakes your hand.
Thanks for driving me home. I take
can-
it you'd like to take a look around now? I mean, you might as well.
If it's all right with you, I mean, this is your, what's the word? Come on, it's been a lot of years.
Domain, haven.
Domain. This is your haven. Hang on. This is your haven, isn't it?
Well, it belongs to my sire, but I've lived here my entire unlife. So it's just as much as mine as it is his. Oh.
Oh. What was the name of the guy you spoke to on the phone?
That was Benjamin.
You better let him know that we're here and, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that. And
Okay.
I'll send him a text.
All right. Texts have been a thing for like 2 years now.
Yep.
And they're not so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not as
Right,
good
you
as
give the
now.
Little window on your phone.
I remember like trying to use as much as I could because it costs like 20 cents.
Right.
So it's like
Fit everything into one text, right?
yeah.
And you could do it on one hand and you could do it under the table because you could feel the bumps on the phone. Because now, of course, it's all, flat screens.
Mhm.
Touch screens. Yes. Okay. So you're going to check the place out. Everybody gets out of the car.
Yeah. Waiting
Okay.
on the boss to tell us what we can do. 'Cause it's
Boss.
her domain.
So
All
everybody's
right.
looking at you.
All right. Have a look outside. Be careful of Thaddeus.
All right. How about
Is
you
that the
come
dog?
with us so Thaddeus doesn't make me dinner?
Oh, I will. I'll just open the door for the doctor to take us to go in and have a seat. I assume this is not his area of expertise.
No.
Yeah. In you go.
Thank you.
All right.
And
So
I'll escort Mr. Smith around.
around the property. Okay. So we're going to make a security and intelligence and security check, Mr. Smith.
Okay. Watch it all go.
Intelligence and security. Two successes, but they're both 10s. Okay. Yep. So Smith starts spouting off a bunch of stuff that clearly makes sense. He's pointing out places where cameras could be placed, fence lines need to be repaired, stuff like this.
Is that guy of hers here as well?
No.
Okay.
Which guy? Benjamin?
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
He will turn up soon.
Because I'd like to tell him the same thing.
Right. He'll turn up soon.
And see if he says, nah, it's not a good idea, blah, blah, blah. You know.
While you're doing that, Luke, also, can you guys right-click your character, your pictures, your video pictures, and just rename yourselves after your characters?
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay. That makes it easier for me to remember everybody because I'm quite stupid, really.
As am I.
John Shipman, Mr. Smith, and Sage. Okay, so John Shipman, you head inside the house and you find a seat to sit down in a little foyer. What are you doing when you're sitting there? You notice that the furniture is really old and tatty. There's no electricity. There's not even a candle. Do you have heightened senses or anything like that?
I mean,
What disciplines do you have?
I have Auspex, if that works.
Level
that
1
would
is
be it.
heightened senses.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got 1 point in Auspex.
Okay. Do you need to spend blood to use Auspex level 1? I can't remember off the top of my
Let me
head.
look it up.
No, I don't think so.
Charisma and performance difficulty 7.
Charisma and
Oh, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. That's presence.
Yeah,
Or specs. Don't know. I didn't write it down because it doesn't require a roll.
right. That is weird.
So-
It shouldn't require a roll. I was just wondering if you had to
Heightened
spend blood to
senses.
do it. I don't think you do. I think you can just turn it on and off.
Mm.
So do we assume that you use level 1 Auspex so that you can sort of see in the dark a little bit?
Yeah, sure. And I guess I'd kind of like to nosy around a bit as well.
Okay. Do you want to make a perception alertness check or a perception investigation check? Would be better.
Perception and investigation.
Yeah.
So I saw that there's specialty. Like, how would I choose something as a specialty?
That's getting complicated.
Okay.
We'll deal with it out of game between
Yep.
sessions.
Cool. And just 0 and 6 again?
Yep.
Cool.
2 successes. Okay. Well, while you're nosing around, you find yourself in a kitchen. It's a large kitchen. It's very dusty, and it looks like there's one little corner of the kitchen where there's an electric kettle and a single cup and a single plate and a knife and fork. There's a refrigerator, like quite an expensive refrigerator, actually, plugged into the wall. And it seems to be running off some batteries, like big car batteries. That's been jigged up so that it all works. And there's a bottle of petrol next to that, and there's a door that leads outside. And there's just enough things basically for one person who's been using this huge kitchen. Everything else is just totally untouched. It's just this one little corner where one person has been using it. And as you're examining this and looking around, you hear the sound padding down the hallway and footsteps coming into the kitchen, but they don't sound like booted steps or shoes. And as you turn around, you see this huge fucking wolf standing in front of you, panting in the moonlight in the kitchen. You know that kitchen in Jurassic Park?
Yes, the with the raptors.
Right. That's the kitchen. Think of that kitchen. It's kind of like that, but it's older than that.
Okay.
It's just looking straight in your face. It's about a meter away. What are you doing?
Can I tell whether it looks aggressive? Like it's
You can make a perception and animal handling check. Animal ken.
okay.
It's as tall as you are.
Is that
Nice.
2 successes again?
2 successes. Doesn't seem aggressive. I mean, it's not pushing you up against the wall or anything. It's not biting or snapping at you. It's not growling.
Right. Okay.
It's just kind
Um,
of panting in front of you.
I'm just going to just stare at it,
It just stares back at
just
you.
in its eyes, just into its eyes,
All
as
right.
long as it takes.
All right. This goes on for a good 2 or 3 minutes. This is long stare where you're kind of getting to know each other. And looking at what I saw on your character sheet in your notes, that's very interesting. So eventually it just turns around and walks off.
Cool.
And
I'm going to watch where it goes.
All right. It goes through the house back out to the front door, which is open, and it just walks out and walks off towards the tree line.
Okay. I think I might go out and find the others, to be fair.
All right.
Oh, actually, where did it come from? It came from down the hall, right?
The same hall that it left from. Yeah, same hall.
Okay, so it came in from the outside, just straight through. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much followed you from the outside.
Okay, right.
Through the house.
Okay.
And then left
All
the
right.
same way.
I'm gonna go have a look in the fridge.
In the fridge?
Yeah, just a quick peek.
Okay, you find food in Tupperware containers. You find frozen food in Tupperware containers. You find a piece of cheese, some milk, half a bottle of milk, an almost empty bottle of cream. You find 3 bottles of German stout beer. You find a few other bits and pieces that a human would be likely to use or drink or eat, consume.
So
Pretty
just
standard stuff: butter, bread, eggs.
so from what I know, this house is meant for a sire and sage, right?
Right,
Not a human person.
right.
Okay. I'm going to go look through the house. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna what is this? Hold on a second. What is it? So how do I spend for obfuscate?
So you're going to use obfuscate. I don't think
so.
you don't need to do anything to use
Oh, okay.
obfuscate. I don't think you can just
Yeah.
choose to use it. What level obfuscate have you got?
It's just right, that's just if I remain hidden as long as I don't move. Oh no, and oh no, that's 2. Yeah, no, I've just got 1, so no, I won't use that. I'm just gonna try and slowly walk through the house to see if I can find any sort of sleeping areas.
Is it worth asking you to make a stealth check? Are you trying to be stealthy?
Not so much. Just sort of gently walking.
Yeah.
Not trying to overly sort of be.
You're not sneaking.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of anyone seeing me, if that makes sense. I'm just trying to be quiet for the sake of being quiet.
That makes sense, because it's a big quiet place. You don't want to make a big noise.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
makes sense. Okay, well, you eventually find yourself in a large hall with winding stairs that lead their way up around either side. One of those stairs is collapsed from age, and the ceiling is leaking, and there's a big pool of water on the floor in the middle of this room on the black and white square tiles. There's a statue over to one side that looks like it's been smashed. The head's been knocked off. It looks like a statue. It might have been Venus at some time. It's all very Art Nouveau style. And they're behind those 2 staircases, there's a couple of double doors made of dark wood with red and blue and yellow and green stained glass in the windows, in the doors rather. So yeah, you've kind of got a choice between upstairs and through these doors at this point, or going back again. There's light coming down from the ceiling, filling this room with this pool of moonlight from the stained glass ceiling above.
Hmm,
A lot of it's
I think
broken.
I'm gonna go back out and sit on the chair and wait for the others. I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So you find your way back out, and at that point, you guys are talking about security stuff. You come wandering past.
Yeah. Now, if we put a camera up there, now this is why I want to get to know you, techno person, because I need techno help. And this is, and I'd be appreciated to you. I know, you know.
You probably notice, Mr. Smith, that she's probably, I'm just guessing here, but you might be a little bit distracted with all of the other shit that's been going on tonight as well. Right. So you're kind of like, it's going in one ear and out the other, perhaps.
So you're not listening at all, right? So
I'm trying to be polite.
You're very
Trying.
polite, ma'am. Ma'am, you are so polite, it kills me sometimes. Gotta remember, you're a vampire.
Oh, one last thing, Dr. Shipman, can you make a medicine, perception and medicine check? This is for the food that you found in the kitchen to see whether or not it's healthy. It's a healthy meal, or healthy food to be eating.
Yeah. 222.
222.
Cool.
2 successes. Is that what I'm seeing?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's enough to basically recognize it's a relatively unhealthy diet. Oh, there was one other thing in there that you noticed, but that was a large canister, a large silver canister.
Oh, and that was, I can't see inside that canister.
No.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go and actually open that.
Okay.
I'm actually going to observe the canister first before just ripping it open.
Right. It's it doesn't have anything on the outside of it. There's no markings. There's nothing to tell you what's inside it. Sorry, you guys. I just had to come back to this for a second.
Right.
But is there like just your standard sort of lid?
Yep, it's like a screw top.
And is it actually silver?
It's like a thermos.
Okay.
It's like a
Okay.
metallic
Yeah, I'm
thermos.
gonna shake it a little bit.
Something splashes around in the bottom. It might be about this much liquid in the bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna open it.
Smells like Vitae. Smells like quite potent, pungent Vitae.
I'm gonna have a little sip.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, you are now 1 blood point bound towards Uther de Saint Bernard.
Sorry, what was that?
You are now 1 blood point bound towards Uther de Saint Bernard, a vampire you've never met, but who you have great love for.
Okay.
3 of those, and you will be bloodbound to him. But you already like the guy a lot.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is.
Just do another 2.
Well, you have to do it on different nights, so you can't drink them on the same night. But that being said, you also find that for the next few hours, you are going to have 1 point in potence. Your Auspex is going to be super heightened, so you can have an extra dice for any Auspex checks or any perception checks that you need to make for the next 3 to 6 hours.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Certainly for the rest of this night, actually, would be the easiest way of solving that. Right. And as you guys are outside, you hear a car coming up the driveway, and you see the lights of traffic lights. Headlights. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to.
So Bentley pulling up.
I'll walk to greet. I assume Benjamin.
Right. Yep. Benjamin pulls up and gets out.
Hello.
Madam, so good to see you. I see you made it
Good to
here
see you.
safely. And who are these gentlemen?
Well, the gentleman in the house is he's a doctor, John.
So, John,
That's all I know.
Are you out of the house at this point? Did you? Because you did come out, I believe, after you did the whole thing with the blood in the flask, because that was earlier, and there was a little bit of a time skippy dippy thing. Yeah. Right. So you're outside the house too, with these guys.
Right. Well, him.
Yeah.
That's I know him to be John, and he's a doctor, and that is all I know.
Yeah, you got a lot of
Uh,
wolves roaming around here.
Wolves, you say?
Yeah. There's one came in just before when I was in the house.
Oh, I see. You do want to be careful, sir.
this-
Well, it seemed to be fine with me, to be fair. So,
Oh, good. So he showed an interest in you, did he?
yeah, seemed that way.
That would be Thaddeus.
Okay. Is he a good one? Is he a kind one?
Well, he's a familiar one.
Oh, okay.
this is Mr. Smith.
Name's
Evening.
Smith, sir.
And what a pleasure it is to meet you, Mr. Smith. Benjamin. Benjamin Smith. Benjamin Smith with an E.
Well, I'm Mr. Smith with a J.
Curious.
Where is the J? Is that at the end of your?
J. Smith at the beginning.
Now I'm more confused. Is that?
I believe he's trying to say that his name begins with a J and his last name is Smith. So we can conjecture that perhaps his first name is Johnson, Jacob, Julius, James, John.
One of those.
One of those.
Okay.
All right.
Now, it would seem our young star here has had her first recording session.
Yes, it all moves so suddenly.
What's going on?
Lady Tatiana has had an interest in our recording star here.
Truly.
Yes, she actually has a talent for it.
I see. Well, how very exciting for you. I expect you'll be moving into your own mansion soon then, my lady.
Let's not count out chickens before they've hatched, shall we?
Certainly, certainly. That would be a terrible idea.
I think her chickens are pretty much hatched.
And
From what I heard.
I would miss you, Benjamin, and Uther, and Thaddeus, and well, I've grown attached to this place after 10 years plus of living here.
I understand, just for your information, milady, that our master shall be returning in the next few nights. Just
Okay,
for your
that's good.
information.
Can't wait to see him.
And he, you, I'm sure.
And you, he.
Yes.
Benjamin, may I ask something?
Yes.
I have a security company.
I see.
Sentinel Security.
Oh, yes, I've heard of them.
Well, if things go for the young lady like I see, she's gonna need security.
Of course.
So, will she be living here?
Well, that is precisely my question to her, which all I can suggest, sirs, is that perhaps if things are to take off, my lady, you might consider another place, perhaps of your own. I would expect that our Lord and Master, Monsieur de Saint Bernard, might most appreciate your, shall we say, consideration of his own personal privacy.
I understand.
He is not one to take a great interest in others, neither mortals nor kindred, for that matter. And typically they do not tend to take an interest in him unless it is to cause harm.
So, definitely, he doesn't need security here. Am I correct?
Well, perhaps he does. Perhaps he might consider it. But in any case, I think it would be certainly worth your while to look into perhaps another place of operations from here on in, milady, if you are intending to escalate your interactions with the society of the greater London area.
I understand. I will look into that.
Very
will.
good. Do you have, he looks at you, he says, do you have money? Do you have what you need?
Not really. I mean, I don't really go out, and I don't really have a job, but if I end up selling my records and all that, so that becomes a job,
Yes.
and then I should get paid.
Perhaps I should consider giving you a loan then.
A loan?
Yes.
Can you afford it?
You'd be surprised what I can afford, my lady. I've had some considerable time to save.
That's true.
And I have very low outcomes or outgoings and expenses.
All right. I will consider that. I think it is a good idea, even though I morally disagree with it.
Morally disagree with it? What?
Yes, I don't want to take money from you. You work so hard. You deserve it.
Russell,
Not just a loan.
Yes, Barry.
is my building big enough to put up somebody for a little while?
Yeah, for a little while. The question is whether or not it would be up to her tastes is an entirely different question.
No, I mean a little while until she finds the actual place that she wants.
She could probably rent a hotel or a room somewhere if she was so interested in that.
Okay. Well, if you get stuck, I can put you up for a while you're looking.
I think I'll be all right. We've just met each other, right?
Who?
You're
Me
moving
and
very
you?
quickly. Yes. Yes.
Everything's moving very quickly for you tonight.
Well, definitely, yes.
The offer's there should you want it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Very well. So, what are you guys going to do at this point? Benjamin says, perhaps you would like to come inside for a cup of tea.
They're all kindred.
In
Yes,
all
of
my
course.
time in this country, I've never tried a cup of tea.
Well,
Apologies, my lady, of course. And perhaps somewhere else would be more suitable for them.
Perhaps.
It is, after all, coming close to dawn. Might be a suitable time for each and all of us to seek our havens and the rest.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Doc, you come with me?
Yep. I'll come with you.
All right. So he
Okay.
gets in the car with you and you guys head off.
Give me a cell, I'll give you my number.
So you're going to switch numbers with Sage?
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give
I'm
my
sure
phone
you
too if
two-
I've got one.
Yeah, you got no doubt you have a phone number and a
Yeah.
doctor's
Probably have a
briefcase.
pager.
Right, a pager, right.
Yeah.
Do you ever do any work for the hospital?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Do you have anything to do with the blood bank?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say I definitely supply stuff to the blood bank.
Which is one reason we've got him on the thing.
Right. Got him on the payroll because he has
Yeah.
access to the blood bank.
Yep.
He can get supplies. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. Well, I've got an idea for you, Luke. You might consider this. You don't have to go with it. This is just an idea. I noticed that you, as you said, you've put in a dot in backgrounds towards having a herd. I'm going to suggest that rather than a herd, you should switch it to retainer, and you make them a ghoul. And you say that ghoul is in fact your servant, and they work for you, and they're bloodbound to you, so they will do anything that you ask them, and they can never betray you. As long as you feed them 1 point of blood every month, they will live forever and never betray you. Not without a lot of difficulty, at least. This ghoul could be a worker or a nurse or another doctor who works at the blood bank. during the
Yeah.
daytime and
Okay.
procures supplies on your behalf. So wherever you go, you might have a nice frozen, well, not frozen because freezing blood kills it, but
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I'll do that.
it makes sense. Okay, cool. Just a suggestion. I thought it might work for you.
No, I think that works better than because I think I was thinking about that with herd.
Right.
But no, retainer makes more sense in terms
Right.
of ability to do things.
Yep.
How much of the vitae, how much of the blood did you drink? Just out of
I just had a
curiosity.
sip.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
equal to one
Yeah.
drop.
The interesting thing, I guess, is I don't know if this will take any effect, but my derangement I chose was,
Yeah.
is it,
Spoiler alert.
saying, oh,
Hold
I
on.
guess you can look at it, Russell, if you can.
I did have a look, and it was
Yeah.
very interesting. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Very good, because it's very subtle, and it won't affect the game in any way. That's like it doesn't have the sorts of negative impact that a lot of other derangements might easily have. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Okay, cool. Because I thought that might sort of play into what I did there. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I totally get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can perhaps talk more about what that means to you later, if you like.
Okay. Sure.
Cool. All right. So you guys head off. Whereabouts is your haven, by the way, Luke? Where's your character's haven? Where does he sleep? And also, how long have you been a vampire? I don't even know that yet. You can be a vampire up to 50 years at this point, but I'm going to suggest you're not that old because you're not that familiar with the game.
Yeah, I think it might have been at least a year, I would say.
Okay.
I haven't really thought about where I would live.
That's okay. Well, we can consider these things between games. We've got 25 minutes before the
live
end
in
of
the
the session.
basement of the hospital.
Right.
Yeah,
That could work. Yeah. I mean, you could
Yeah.
certainly have a haven there,
Yeah.
and you might have an apartment somewhere else.
Yeah.
Doctors tend to make a lot of money, so it would make sense that you had but then again, maybe your ex-wife took all your money at the divorce.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Who knows? You could end up with nothing.
That's the thing. I was thinking of him more as like he doesn't sort of choose those sort of possessions. It's more of living where he can, kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, certainly we could organize it so that you have some sort of haven in the basement of the hospital.
Yeah.
Near the morgue.
Yeah. Just sleep in the morgue.
Sleep in the morgue. Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have a think about that.
Cool. Yeah, do that. All right, sweet. So you head back to your havens and so on and so forth, and you will hit the hay per se. And how it works is you wake up based on in the order of your humanity. So he or she with the lowest humanity wakes up last. So I'm curious to see. I can actually open your character sheets and just have a quick look. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Is that not opening for me?
Well, mine's at 7 if it
Was it
helps.
7? I
Yep.
can't see John's character sheet for some reason. It's not opening for me now. Maybe it's because there's something interfering. No, I'm going to just reload the page. I would just ask you, but I don't want you to put you in a situation where you have to tell me things about your character in front of the other players if you don't want to. You're welcome to, but that's up to you. Here we go. Humanity. Okay. Okay, so that's very curious indeed. All right, so you all wake up at the same time, apparently.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
That
Although
is so weird.
I'm going to question that because I honestly feel Emmanuel, not Emmanuel, I'm sorry, Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna question that if it.
Well,
Yeah,
he's changed a little bit from our concept of him, to be honest with you.
That's true.
He's slipped quite a long way back towards Smith and quite a long way away from what we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it first.
All right.
You know.
So let's just for everybody's peace of mind, we'll have 3 sessions where you guys can settle into your characters and change stuff around and experiment with your character. And after those 3 sessions, I'd like to see locking down aspects of your characters so that we have some grounding and some certainty. But that gives you a chance to play around a little bit and see what works for you, and the dynamics of the group can settle together as well. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Seems reasonable. Okay. All right. So you will wake up the following night at the same time. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Dr. Shipman, seeing as you've had the least chance to actually play tonight, I'm going to start with you. What do you do?
I think what I'm going to do is go to the hospital.
Right. And I will add that as you're waking from whatever it is that you slept in, a box or a body bag or wherever you slept, you have the scent, like this wolf scent in your nostrils.
From the wolf from the house.
Can you make a wits and occult check, please?
Oh, so I'm still in, like, say, the body bag and I can smell that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, one sec. Sorry, what was the roll?
Wits and occult.
Wits and occult. Did that do it? I think.
Do it. I don't
Oh, no.
see it.
I haven't done it yet.
But yeah.
There we go.
Sometimes you have to drag the thing. 2 successes. You also have this taste, this metallic flavor on your tongue that you connect with it, that reminds you of the vitae that you tasted in the flask. That's all connected somehow.
Okay, I'm just going to listen for a bit. Just see if I can sort of hear anything outside of this bag that I'm in.
In the distance, you can hear the wheels of gurneys being pushed down corridors, squeaky noises like that. You can hear vague chatting of nurses in the distance, the sound of a lift, bing, doors closing and opening.
Okay.
But you don't hear anything else. Just nothing
And I'm
unexpected.
going to slowly unzip the bag then.
All right. As you're unzipping the bag and you're stepping out, you have this weird moment where for a moment you're standing in this frigid landscape of ice and snow. And that wolf is standing in front of you. Tongue dripping with saliva.
Is it the same sort of demeanor it had last time?
Yep. And you realize that you're laying on your back and you look down at your body and it's not you, it's somebody else. And your chest has been ripped open and you're all gored and bloody and there's blood all over the snow. This moonlight, it's nighttime. The vision snaps back to where you are right now. You're just getting out of the body bag.
Okay, I'm gonna just stand up and did I like recognize that area that I was in
No.
that vision?
Never seen it before.
Never seen it. And the wolf was the one at the house.
The wolf seemed like the one at the house.
Okay.
There were other wolves in that vision in the background.
Oh, there were other wolves as well. Okay.
I'm just adding that. I didn't say that, but I'm adding it.
Okay. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stock up on blood as I do. And I'm probably gonna head back to the Haven with where the wolf was. Because
Okay.
I'm interested to try and communicate with
How are you going to travel there?
it.
Or are you going to call Sage?
Yeah, I'll call Sage. Yeah.
Right. So Sage, you've woken up. You've been awake for a little while now. What have you been doing?
I will be looking over the news articles that I cut out about the guy that's gone to jail for my murder.
Right. Fair
Just
enough.
feel like sadly looking over them. You know.
In the distance, you can hear Benjamin cursing somewhere in the house.
I'll put them down and try and find him.
He's trying to move a bookshelf.
You're right there?
Milady. Yes, fine. Yes. By the way, that friend of yours, did they go inside the house last night?
Which one?
Well, either of them.
Mr. Smith didn't have a chance to, but John, I left him in here.
You let him in Uther's house?
Well, I thought I would not be rude. I would allow him in just to sit and wait.
You do realize that he's been snooping.
No? What?
Well,
What? Wait,
signs
mean?
of disturbance in the house. Someone's been wandering around.
how can you tell?
Things in the kitchen have been disturbed. Things that should not have been disturbed have been touched.
Oh, dear.
My personal things, I might add.
All right. I will question him later.
Don't make a big thing of it. Just don't let him do it again.
All right. I'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Probably he didn't even know he was doing anything disturbing, but I am disturbed.
All right. Do you want a hand with this?
Yes, actually, thank you.
All right.
Right, so you guys move the bookshelf around. Perhaps you have to spend a blood point into strength to make yourself stronger to easily move the bookshelf. All right, very good.
Yep.
You do great. Then your phone rings.
All right. Hello?
Speaking of whom, it's the name of this fellow on the phone.
Hello. It is me, John. I just thought I would call and check in and see if you needed any blood.
What the hell? I mean, we always need blood. Are you asking me on a date?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'm
so.
not. I don't really understand why you're calling me then.
I just thought I would. We made acquaintances last night, and I thought.
Are you sure you're not asking me on a date?
I mean,
Who is that, madam? Who is it?
I don't think so.
It's the gentleman. Would you like to tell him off?
Tell him off. No. It's not my place. I'm not a kindred. That's between you and him.
Oh.
Potentially, it's between Uther and him, but it's certainly not between me and him.
But
Hello.
I'm sorry. Could you hold for a moment?
Put him on mute.
I just cover it. I don't know if there's a mute option.
Right.
Benjamin.
Yes.
He's gone through your things. You're allowed to complain about this.
Well, he does have somewhat outranks me in the social scale of things.
It doesn't matter. You're just as much of a being as us.
I do appreciate that, madam, very much. Of course.
Humans and vampires, we shouldn't have this hierarchy. Anyway, here you go.
It's very kind of you to say. And do you hand him the phone?
Yes.
Yes. Hello. This is Benjamin.
No, it's me, John Shipman.
I
was just calling to see if you needed any blood delivered to your house.
This wouldn't be to replace anything that was went missing last night, would it?
No.
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 You sure?
Nope. No, nothing
Wow.
to replace going missing.
So you have blood that you would like to deliver to the house.
Well, I thought we all met last night, and I thought I would offer my services.
I see.
You know,
What do you charge for these services, Mr. Shipman?
no charge for these services.
No charge for these services. How
No
unusual.
charge. Yes, I for
Unusual.
my acquaintances such as yourself, I believe in a pay it forward type deal.
Ah, I've heard of this sort of thing amongst the new generations. Yes. Yes. What? Well, if it so interests you, why not?
Okay.
You have transport, I assume. You know where to go.
I do not remember how to get to your haven because I've only been there once, and I'm not the best at directions.
Ah,
So
well,
if you could pick me up, that would be great.
I should certainly look into that. I'll call you back with more information when I have it.
Okay. I will
Very
wait
good.
for your call.
Good night. Thanks up. Well, Benjamin turns back to you. He
You don't
says,
even need the blood.
No, we don't need the blood, but I'm very curious to know what he's up to. He's certainly up to something, and I'm keep an eye on him like a hawk, because he's no doubt he's up to some sort of nefarious activity, and he's trying to deliver blood here. Why would he do that and offer it for free? So naturally, I'm curious, and I think the best way to find out what he's up to is to let him go through his plans, don't you?
I'm curious too. Let's do it.
So do you think that Mr. Smith, the other one, is in on this?
Mr. Smith is very he's very focused on his job, so I don't think he'd be too concerned about delivering blood to us. I think he would be concerned about our security.
Right. Do you think he would be interested in coming along for the ride?
Well, of course he would be.
It strikes me that Mr. Smith and this Mr. Shipman, working together, they might be in cahoots. Perhaps if they are, we can catch them both at it together.
All right.
Imagine how impressed Lord Uther will be.
Yes, he would be very impressed. All right.
You should call this Mr. Smith and invite him here too.
Okay. I heard something about him needing transport.
Well, perhaps Mr. Smith would be able to do the transporting.
That's a good plan. Save me
a
lot of
of
money.
work. And in the meantime,
Petrol.
I'll be able to get these bookshelves into the right place.
Did he ship them?
What? No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, take the phone.
Oh, thank you. And I'll step aside and I'll call Mr. Smith.
All right.
Yes.
Smith, your phone rings.
Mila, answer the phone, will you?
The phone answers. Greetings, this is Mila.
I might have the wrong
Who are you
person.
looking for? This is Sentinel Security.
Oh, I'm looking for a Mr. Smith. I don't know his
yes,
first name.
John.
Mila, it's the
Hands the
wrong
phone.
part. It's the wrong.
She hands you the phone. What are you talking about? It's the wrong part. I did not order you the wrong part. That's absolute nonsense.
Are you going to tell me I put that in backwards?
She's examining. Take the phone. Somebody wants to talk to you. I will look at the part, all right?
Hello?
Hello, it's Sage.
Hello?
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going wonderfully, thank you.
Good.
Would you like to join Mr. Shipman, which I learned his name was?
Would I like to join Shipman?
Yeah, he's coming over to our house to deliver blood. It seems very very kind of him. But I'm looking like
So how much is he
confused.
charging? He's not trying to cheat you, is he?
No, he's actually not charging us a penny or a pound.
He's not charging you money
No.
for blood.
Yes, it's really, really kind of him.
It is really kind of him, considering that blood is like gold to us.
Yes, would you like to join?
I'm kind of curious now. Is there anything else I can do on my way?
Yes, if you could pick him up, that would be wonderful.
Sure, sure.
And do you know my address? I assume that you took notes. You wrote the
Oh,
address
yeah,
down.
yeah, I know exactly where you are.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see the two of you shortly.
Okay,
Right?
all right.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to contact him and make sure that he knows.
Yeah, I've got his number right here. He's not an employee, but he's an associate, and I've got his number here, so that's all right.
All right.
Okay.
So let's cut to he gets in the car as you're traveling. Shipman
Hey,
gets
Doc.
into Smith's car. Yeah.
Yes.
Doc, I don't know if you know this, but blood is like gold to us, right? So you don't.
Yeah, of course. And what better way to build strong relationships and friendships with people than to offer things like gold that I have good access to?
Well, that's true, but I pay you for the gold you give me.
Well, this is a one-time thing, right? This is just a show of goodwill.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, if you're gonna give away stuff, then you can give it
I'm
away.
not trying to make you feel gypped, I just think
Okay.
this is a good first impression to give.
Man, that's a real good thing because my spirit was feeling low. But
I'm so sorry.
seeing as you're not just giving it away,
No. It's a one-time thing.
you want to date with her or something.
No. Why to see people keep saying this?
Well, you and her, you're young and she's young, and
I am definitely not interested in anything of that sort.
You gay? I got nothing against gay. I really got
Not that there's
nothing
anything wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. A gay
No.
person can shoot as good as a person like myself.
No, just
Papa Joe looks up at the rearview mirror. You see his eyes. He's got sort of slightly off-colored eyes. One of them's a little yellower than the other.
you're right, Joe.
He nods.
You
He's a
have
man of
nothing to
few
say
words.
on the subject? Nothing to say?
Thinks
My
instead,
mama says to me, she says, boy, one day you're going to be something. And she was right. I'm something, all right. But, didn't exactly turn out like she wanted. She wanted me to be a doctor, I said, no, I'm not going to do that doc stuff.
You could still be a doctor if you wanted to.
No, that's what I got you for.
Oh, I can teach you.
Oh, no.
Papa Joe's looking very skeptical in the mirror now.
We do have forever,
Listen, I'm made to injure people. You're made to repair the people I injure. You understand?
That's true. We do make quite a good duo there, right? You injure and I heal.
Yeah, man, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Okay. I accept
Okay,
that
so
we keep
this
that dynamic.
nonsensical conversation continues for another half an hour while you guys
Yeah,
travel
yeah.
all the way out to the
He
outlands.
tells them all about Mama's gumbo and,
Jesus
Gumbo.
Christ.
I
All
think
right.
I just found his personality.
All right. So you get to the gate and you drive on up. And you
Okay.
get to the
I
house.
hope she unlocked the gate this time.
Are you waiting at the gate with the key in one hand, or is Benjamin there, or how's
I'm
it
gonna
gonna
phone
work?
her to open the.
I'll do it. I don't want to put out Benjamin.
Thank you, madam. I do greatly appreciate your assistance with that. I have so much other work to do right now.
Mhm. I don't mind.
I'm trying to get the plumbing in the kitchen to work right now. I've been at it all day, but it seems there are rats that have gotten into the pipes.
Perhaps Uther could do something about that when he gets home.
Yes, good point. Right. Off to the gate. Go, go, go.
Oh, yes, of course.
Right. You go head down to the gate. Do you take a car or do you just run?
I will.
Walk, run.
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Because it took half an hour. It's taking them half an hour. I will have walked in advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So when they get to the gate, you've got the gate open. Okay. So you see her standing there by the gate.
And Smith runs down the window and says, "Electrify, electrify." That's really what you should do with this gate, so it opens itself, you know.
I don't really. I
Just
mean,
say,
it makes
"Yes,
sense.
Smith, you know what you're doing. Good." That's what you say. "Yes, Smith." Let's rehearse it. Papa Joe, just stop the car. "Yes, Smith, you know what you're doing." Just say, after me. Come on. "Yes, Smith, you know what you're doing."
One of these characters is a Malkavian. You will never guess which one.
Okay, don't confuse yourself here. Never mind. Get in the car and we'll take you up to the house.
All right, I'll lock the gate and then hop in.
Can I ask
hello.
you two a personal question?
I'd rather you didn't.
Oh, well, this is a nice personal question. How long have you two been part of our little vampiric family?
Just over 10 years.
And you, Doc?
It's only been a year for me.
Only, oh my. Oh, Papa, how do I do these things? Okay, all right. Let's go. Lovely bush you've got here.
Okay, so you get up to the house. Pull up to the house. The driveway is gravel, by the way. The old pavement is kind of ruined. And you get up to the house and park the car.
All
Alright,
right.
I'm gonna get out.
I'll go up to the door and open it. Like, please come in.
Where is I've forgotten his name.
Benjamin?
Yes, where's Benjamin? I'll deliver the blood to Benjamin.
Oh, Benny. Yeah.
Yes, he's inside.
He's in the library upstairs.
It's weird because he was just working on the pipes, but now he's in the library.
Shut up.
Probably.
He was doing the pipes during the day, doing the library at night.
Oh, right, yes.
Bookshelves. You know.
He's all over the place.
What does he need a hand with his pipes?
Like medically? Like
if it was medical, I'd be talking to him. But pipes. Are you talking drain pipes or singing pipes?
Oh, no. Drain pipes, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just start walking off to go up into the library.
Into the house, up towards the library. Okay, you find yourself at the broken stairs on the right-hand side. The good stairs are on the left-hand side. The stained glass window above, broken tiles. You go up, you get to the library, and you see Benjamin working in the moonlight. He's got a lantern, like a hooded lantern going to provide a bit of light. And he turns and sees you as he shifts this bookshelf around. He seems to be pretty strong for such a wiry looking dude.
Evening, Benjamin.
Are you with him?
You were not there.
You went in there too? Smith,
we all up there?
Did you follow him? I didn't know that. I'm asking, did you follow him?
Yeah, I went with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Evening,
Fair
Benjamin. How are you?
He looks around. The Lion's Den. Everybody's here. Welcome.
I'm just gonna go over and open my briefcase and
All this about.
Just 2 packs of blood.
Benjamin looks back at you, Sage. I believe this is for you, madam. Not I.
Well, I spoke to you on the phone, didn't I?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I thought I would give it to you since I spoke to you.
Ah, fair enough then. Very well. I shall deliver it to its refrigeration immediately.
So
I
this
think
is just
the-
a gesture of goodwill. This isn't a regular occurrence.
Ah, I see.
Just to make that clear.
Mr. Smith, I think we should leave and leave these guys to talk. I will take the blood. I will refrigerate it. Right?
Ah, very well.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Come
you take
on.
the blood and you take
Mr.
Mr.
Smith.
Smith.
Yep, downstairs.
I'm coming. Wolf.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm on my way, boss.
All right, so you guys head
I
off.
am on my way, boss.
I would like a favor from you though.
Ah, the nub, the rub. Speak,
Oh,
speak.
it's not a big one. I just want you to take me to the wolf that I encountered last night.
He looks at you a little bit bewildered. He says, that wolf, Thaddeus, there is more to that wolf than meets the eye.
Could you care to elaborate?
Well, not easily without breaking trusts and promises and oaths.
Well, I mean, you don't have to tell me much about him. I would just like to greet him again.
Well, I suppose it cannot hurt. Come with me. He leads you down out the back, down another set of stairs out through the back of the dilapidated place. You go through a courtyard in the center of the building where there's a pool, like a Roman style pool in the middle. And you notice that the outside of the house gives it a kind of Victorian or sort of 200-year-old kind of look, but the inner part of the house seems to have been built around an old Roman style villa, which you may or may not recognize because you may or may not have any history. In any case, it doesn't matter. You head on outside out the back and you head up the hill. You just keep walking for a while. So while you guys are walking up through the hills, Smith and Sage, where do you go?
Well, I take the blood to the kitchen and refrigerate it. It was really nice of him, wasn't it, Mr. Smith? Unexpected. Does he normally do this?
I don't know. I haven't known him long, but he seems like a nice kind of fella.
It
Yeah.
maybe too nice?
Oh, could be. Could be a little bit naive, but I haven't known him long enough to put two and two together.
Does he when you're working with him, does he snoop around the office and
Oh, I checked him out
you checked him out?
as much as I could, just like I checked you out.
All right.
I don't associate with anybody I don't know. Couldn't find out much about either one of you, but that's beside the point because you did. So it makes it difficult. But when you get friends, check them out if you can. For instance, someone like Tatiana. Now, she was hard to check out, but it's well known in this city that she's one of the enforcers.
I actually had no idea that was the case, but
Yeah.
it's good to know. Thank you.
And she's a person of influence. You see? But otherwise, I can tell you very little about you or very little about Doc because, well, it's hard to dig up. It's not easy. Someone like Tatiana could, because she's got all the connections, I imagine, this side of, the Never Nevers. But I'm not as high up as she is at all. I'm just a pup.
Can I ask you a question? Do you look into everyone?
Oh, yeah. Remember, my deal is security.
Yes. What about Benjamin?
Benjamin? Well, he comes from a whole different kettle of fish. He's a retainer. And what I could find out about him was absolutely nothing.
Well, all right. Okay, now that's interesting information.
Because
Look into.
he comes from a whole different kettle of fish. He's a retainer.
Mm-hmm.
So, John Shipman, you and Benjamin are walking through the landscape in the dark, and make a perception check. Perception alertness, that is. Would you like to spend any willpower?
So what does that do if I spend willpower?
Every willpower point that you spend adds an automatic success to your dice pool, to your dice roll.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
The willpower is not always easy to get back, just for your information.
Oh, actually, then no. No.
No? Okay, so just make a perception alertness check.
Cool. Yeah, I did that. One success.
One success. All right, well, you notice something large moving out of the corner of your eye for about a second, and as you turn to see it, you see these jaws coming and clamping down on your head, and you are pushed down to the ground, and you take 3 points of non-aggravated damage.
Oh my God.
You feel yourself being rent with these huge teeth. It's extremely painful, and Benjamin is shouting, "Stop, stop, Thaddeus, stop it!" And the wolf lets go of you and drops you to the floor. And you're kind of lying there in pain and covered in blood and with huge teeth marks in your body. Benjamin standing there terrified. It looks like he doesn't know what to do. He's got a gun in his hand, but the wolf turns towards him, and Benjamin just drops the gun on the floor and backs away, and the wolf walks up to him, and then it turns and runs off.
Ow. That was Thaddeus, right?
That was Thaddeus.
Any reason why he would attack this time?
You can't fathom a reason.
Is that you saying that to me? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. You cannot think of a reason. And you can make a intelligence animal ken roll if you like.
Okay. Intelligence.
Actually, I lie. Those are aggravated wounds.
Yeah, how do I take damage? How do I?
So you see on your character sheet where it says health, the
Yep.
bottom right. So you're down to injured, which
Okay.
that means that from now on, whilst you're injured, you have -1 points to your dice pool. So
Okay.
you remove 1 dice from your dice pool whenever you try and do something.
Okay, 1 sec. So animal can intelligence, and then so do I make a mark next to this injured thing?
Yeah.
Is it like the / or the X or the
I
dash?
have no idea. This is however you want to mark it. I don't.
Okay.
You should decide for yourself whether one of them is going to be aggravated and one is going to be non-aggravated. Okay. So if I say it's aggravated, in this case it is aggravated. You choose whether it's the
Okay, so the / or the X. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I would probably choose the X for the aggravated because it's more serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so then when I do the pull mod, do I do -1? Is it on the pull mod?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So that's going to take 3 nights to heal. Because aggravated damage takes a
-1
day.
successes.
Right. It's going to take a day for each
Okay, so it takes
level
3
of
days
damage
to heal.
to heal that. Normal damage you can heal with blood, human blood. You could just spend the blood in your blood pool and you can just heal it like that. It takes 3 seconds to heal a level of non-aggravated damage.
Okay.
Now this can lead you to make an occult check.
Doing that now?
Yep. So this will be intelligence and occult.
Okay. And -1 again.
Four successes. Well, this creature, this wolf, is clearly supernatural because only a supernatural creature can do aggravated damage to you as a vampire.
I'm gonna ask it's Benjamin, right? Benjamin. Does he
Are you all right, my lord?
not really, but I'll cope with it. Is he attacking because I've entered his domain?
Possibly. Could be that. Or it could be something else. Did you do anything yesterday when you were at the house? Did you find anything? Anything strange? Anything that you might feel ashamed about speaking about?
No, I mean I found the elder vitae in your fridge, but that was just because when I came into your house, I did not know you were there, and I saw human food, so I was just checking.
So you thought you would just drink that, did you?
Yeah.
I see. Well,
Yes, I have a bit of a thing for blood.
you're a vampire, I understand.
Yeah, a little bit more than that, but I don't need to elaborate.
I see.
Yes.
Very well. Well, just to be clear, probably shouldn't have done that. And Thaddeus has certain connections also to that blood.
Okay. So is he always going to attack me then?
I'm not sure. I think if he wanted to hurt you any more than he did, he probably would have just killed you.
Oh, fair. Do you normally get your gun out? Have you ever gotten your gun out with him before?
No, I've not. I really honestly have never seen him do this before. I understand that he is quite capable of great devastation, but I've never witnessed it myself.
Well, probably best we just leave then, right? Let's go back to the house.
You
Yes.
look like you might need some bandages, sir.
Yeah, maybe. I've got some in my bag.
All right. So we get back to the house. What do we find amongst the others? What are you guys up to?
Anything else you want to know?
Not currently.
At that point, these two walk in, and you notice that Dr. John Shipman has massive scars, bleeding wounds on his head and face and neck and shoulder.
All right.
He just
John,
walks in like that.
I'll go up to him and be like, "Are you all right? What on earth happened to you?"
Oh, just a little tussle with the wolf. It's all right.
I've never seen Thaddeus do that. Take a seat. I'll find some bandages.
Yes,
I have some in my bag. I can bandage myself.
Okay.
Do you need a mirror, sir?
Oh yeah. Well, might as well.
Come through here. I'll take you to. He shows you through to a room where there's a lot of mirrors. In fact, it's the dance ballroom. The ballroom.
Okay, I'm just gonna spend the time and bandage myself up.
You want a hand with that, John?
Oh, I think I'll be okay. I'll call out if I need any help.
In the ballroom, Benjamin sets up some large lamps on stands. They're like workman's lights that run off batteries, and sets them up so you have enough light to do what you're doing. And the mirrors and what have you. There's a lot of dust in the air.
Benjamin,
Matt,
what? I thought you would just talk to him. Why is he like this? What exactly happened? Should I
seems
tell
to have
Thaddeus?
taken. I don't think you can tell Thaddeus off, madam. There's things about Thaddeus you don't know. Things you don't need to know. Listen, your friend seems to have taken an interest in Thaddeus, and it seems to have gone a little awry. Thaddeus is unpredictable. I think I've told you that before.
Just a few 100,000 times.
Yes. Well, now you have evidence directly. You've seen it for yourself. Now, perhaps you'll believe me when I tell you to be careful. Don't feed him meat. He's not interested in meat.
What is he interested in? I suppose you wouldn't even know that.
He looks around the room for a minute. He looks at you. He says, "Can I trust you? Can I trust you absolutely implicitly?
Of course you could.
What leaves my lips now, you will speak this to no one."
Should we speak in here?
Somewhere quieter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go down to your basement room, perhaps?
Yeah. Close the
There
door.
are vampires, my lady, that are so old that human blood no longer sustains them.
Right.
That is all I shall tell you for now.
Oh. So Thaddeus feeds off of our kind? Is that what you're...
I said nothing,
Okay.
and he leaves.
I am a little bit scared of Thaddeus now. All right. Go upstairs.
I go looking around for these two wherever they've gone because I went with the doc and he didn't need me, so I'm looking for these two because I don't
Right.
want to bugger anything up.
Well, eventually they come popping up from downstairs.
Oh, I've forgotten your character's name, Russell.
This is Benjamin.
Benjamin, sorry. I should have known it. It should have stuck in my head.
It's all right.
Excuse me, Mr. Benjamin.
Mr. Smith with an E.
No, with a J.
No, my name is Smith with an E.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Some
Sorry.
people pronounce it Smythe, but it's not. It's Smith.
So, you think that we should be like getting out of here saying he just about became breakfast for your pet?
That is not a pet, firstly.
Oh, sorry. I meant no offense.
Yes. Benjamin does seem a little bit rattled, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
I'll give him a
I mean, I'm just thinking from
cuddle,
the point of
I
view.
suppose.
All right.
This is your home, you know?
Yes. Well, if you have places to go and things to do, I don't let us keep you. Now, actually, at that point, Sage, you need to make an intelligence and alertness check.
All right. Just the one.
Just the one success.
Yep.
Well, that's enough to. There's something nagging in your mind about something you're supposed to do tonight.
Is it? Oh shit. Okay. What time is it?
Oh, it's about time. It's about probably an hour past.
Oh damn.
What's up, Sage?
I needed to go to the studio at 9 o'clock, but it's obviously not 9 o'clock, and
You were going to go to the studio tonight.
yes,
That was fast.
it's all been pretty quick, actually.
Well, did you need to call someone?
I'm going to have to now, aren't I?
Looks like it.
Do you
All right.
want me to take you once you've done the call?
That would be lovely.
You might want to explain that there's been some accident, perhaps, and you've been delayed.
Okay. All right. I'll just make a phone call.
All right. So how about you make a charisma and performance check for your little white lies? Not entirely white lies.
No, they aren't.
I mean, actually, subterfuge.
Subterfuge, yeah.
Yeah. Because I have little white lies as my specialty.
Oh wow, that's
How-
awesome. Okay.
So what was that? Charisma subterfuge, maybe?
Yep, yep.
Okay. So yeah. Ah, same.
3
right.
successes.
Yeah.
Very well. I mean, at which point they are okay with you coming in a little bit later, unless you want to postpone to the following evening.
Are you all right? John, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
It's really hard to take you seriously with all that going on. Okay, well, yeah, I would like to go today.
All right. Car's outside.
I've already they've been so kind to me. I think it would be best if I did go today. And they're all there, and
Very well.
don't really
Okay.
want to let them down.
All right. So you're going to head on in.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Go
Well,
on
the
in.
time out of game is 10:24, so we're gone a little bit over time, which I'm fine with. But I thought maybe we could wrap it up with kind of a montage whereby you go and, in a flurry of activity, sign all your contracts and documents and stuff. Meanwhile, the other two, what do you guys want to do during that whole process?
I'll just be her bodyguard through the whole process.
All right.
Because you
And
kind of don't leave your charge when unless they tell you to.
So sorry.
Mr. Shipman,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the car.
sit in the car through the process. Do you do anything while you're in the car? Do you read a book? Do you listen to music? Do you listen to the radio? Do you follow the news?
No, I think I would just sort of use just specs and just listen to my surroundings.
Okay.
Just listen for anything that might be interesting.
All right. So that's what's going to happen for about 2 hours. And then when we return next week, it will be midnight, and we'll bring Catherine in.
She's gonna be here.
She will be. She'll be here next week.
Good.
She promised. She
Good.
promised. And you know her too, don't you, John? Not John. I mean Luke.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow,
she's
cool.
she's been doing a whole bunch of. I think she's doing the barbecuing competition or something. And her partner's getting quite into it now, so she gets taken along. Yeah,
Wow.
they're doing quite well at it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. So I have
Awesome.
no issues with it.
Excellent. Cool bananas. Well, I hope you guys had some fun.
Mhm.
Thank
It was
you
good.
for coming
So
along.
much fun,
and Excellent. I'll see
Hi
you
there.
all soon. I'll post the video up on YouTube and send you each a link, or I'll just post the link in the channel in the Discord.
Cool,
Sounds good.
awesome.
All right.
Nice meeting you all.
It was nice meeting you
Yeah,
guys.
nice meeting you.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye-bye.